实际上就是这个，我们都知道，这个一般来说是这样的飞行器，直升飞机是军队用的。那我想就是这个，我从小到大，一直到现在，就是这个世界上一直不断的有这样的一个冲突和战争。然后呢，我脑子里面概念就是经常会有，美国的、俄罗斯的、中国的，或者是什么别的国家的这个直升飞机，然后这样就是在这个电视里边出现，在报纸或者是这个杂志里边我们看到照片，然后这样，所以。这个是代表了一个，就说是国家的这种政治性的这样的一个符号。但是我是希望，就是说通过绘画，就是来取消或者是这个淡化这样的一种符号，它无所谓是哪个国家，它。无所谓是美国的还是中国的，这个对我来说不重要，所以我只是想就是说，把这个符号里边原来有的固定的一种含义，把它解构掉，那使它有一个比较开放的，从很多角度可以去理解的一种可能性。最简单的说是对绘画是已经厌倦了，因为我在绘画里边得不到一种怎么说呢？就是没有灵感，没有感觉，这个是最简单的一种。因为我觉得就是自己是做这样的一个绘画，我从大概差不多小学开始画画，然后大学学的专业也是。油画，所以对我来讲，就是说这个时间是非常长，就是差不多有10多年时间在画画。我不知道我后面应该画什么，怎么画，这个脑子里边是我后来面对画布是基本上是一片空白，因为这个东西你。真的就是没有办法，就说是别人已经做过的很多，在绘画里边，你可以想到这个美术史当中那么多人画的那么重要的作品，那么好的艺术家，你很难再画出什么有意义的东西、有价值的东西来。这个是当时的想法。那我觉得 video 或者说新媒体的这个艺术对我来讲还是陌生的，因为这个技术，一方面是我可以用，一方面别人也可以用，任何人都可以用，因为绘画是一个非常专业性的一个创作的一个途径嘛，门类，但是后来就是随着技术的发展，就是所有人都可以来拍照片，可以来拍那个录像，所以它的技术的门槛非常低，而且就是我们知道，就是说这个里边可以做的事情非常多，对，所以我觉得这个对我来说是有一种挑战性，或者说是有一种新鲜感的事情。
The Australia-China Council was established in 1978 by the Australian government to help promote greater relations between Australia, China, Hong Kong, Macau and Taiwan. So essentially what we're talking about is a public diplomacy role. So the idea is to enhance people-to-people links and to enhance mutual cooperation. Over the last year we have supported over 30 projects through grant monies that help to Australians to engage better with China and Chinese people to understand Australia in a different way. Some examples of some of the really prominent projects we've supported, especially in the arts and culture field, include the Celestial Empire exhibition at the National Library of Australia, the Tang exhibition at the Art Gallery of New South Wales, the Australian Ballet's monumental 13 shipload containers full tour of China, Sydney Symphony Orchestra's tour of China, and then some other things such as an improvised jazz group tour through regional areas of China. Cultural exchanges are incredibly significant for the Australia-China relationship. It's really difficult to explain how significant they are because they underpin so much of what we do. In establishing the Australia-China Council, the government was very influenced by a letter from the then first ambassador to China, Dr. Stephen Fitzgerald, who talked about the need that if we're going to have a meaningful relationship with China, we really do need to understand China. And likewise, we need China to understand us. So what we need is a much deeper relationship that's not about stereotypical images. And I think this exhibition, which explores a very interesting aspect of Chinese art that is probably not at people's top of their head when they think about what Chinese art is or what Chinese culture is a really good example about how cultural exchange can change people's perceptions.
I met Zhang Peili in Beijing in 1991. He was in an exhibition that was curated by a friend of mine, Francesca Del Lago, at Qijiayuan at the embassy compounds. And I was fascinated with his work. I had seen the video, the hygienic #3 of him washing the chicken, and I, was completely intrigued. And I knew he was from Hangzhou, and so shortly after that, we met a few times. He ended up coming to New York to study English, and I kept going back to China, and I kept going back to Hangzhou, and that's all based on that first meeting in 1991.
I first met Zhang Peili in a studio visit back in 2000, but that was sort of arranged from earlier visits to China very early in 2000. We were already doing exchanges of video programs via colleagues and sending works with people from Beijing to Brisbane. Zhang Peili, I visited his studio in 2000 on a research trip. So it was quite incredible to meet him face to face in Hangzhou, and he took me through all of his work, and we were able to later work on quite a large project in 2002 at the Millennium Monument Art Museum when MAAP made its first ever large art museum new media show in the Millennium Monument Art Museum.
Jeremy Barmé, I've known since 1996, and we've worked together since that time. And I was an ear to his idea about creating this center, and I watched as it was created out of dust, basically, into this thriving intellectual center. And for the official opening, I wanted to do something really special. Zhang Peili, Jeremy and I are all great friends. We've spent a lot of time in Hangzhou together. And I thought, well, I have this beautiful painting, and it would be a way of tying our friendships together. So that's why I donated it.
Well, this exhibition came about basically through relationships. MAAP's relationships with artists in China, and CIW's curator, Olivier Krischer, his relationship with the gallery and with myself. Olivier had spoken to me about doing a show here, and I really couldn't really put my finger on what we could do. But when the painting came into the collection and Olivia told me about all of this amazing donation, I thought it made perfect sense to bring the works that MAAP had in their care, which were all of Zhang Peili's video works from the 90s, and indeed a whole collection, and bring them here to CIW.
Zhang Peili is often referred to as the father of video art in China, and this is on the one hand because he's really the first artist to seriously use the video medium to make art from 1988 with a work called 30 by 30, and that video we have here in the exhibition. On the other hand, I think it's also a fitting title because he really did do so much to develop the medium. He continued to make video art and media installations in the 1990s and shifted after 1994, working exclusively with these media. But not only that, he was also an educator, he was a teacher, and he founded the first department of media art at the China Academy of Arts in Hangzhou. So in that respect, he obviously now has a lot of students, alumni of the Academy who have become another generation or two of media artists, working some, of course, as artists, but others working professionally in other industries. So in that respect, I think his influence has been huge. And he continues to make new works and really challenging works in these media.